What's up, guys? We are here at Sprouts in Tampa, Florida, my all-time favorite supermarket. I'm gonna take you guys with me on a full food shop. Let's do it. This brand, Crystal, really good for store-bought bread. It's sourdough. Only ingredients are really wheat flour, sourdough starter, and some olive oil, so no crap in it. I usually don't buy much bread at a supermarket, but if I were to, this is a very good brand to look out for. It's called Crystal. This is a classic misconception right here. Organic flour tortillas. Sounds healthy. Ingredient list: canola oil, cane sugar, citric acid, sodium acid, pyrophosphate, sodium bicarbonate, cornstarch. Not an ingredient list that I would be okay with. This is GT's kombucha. I think it's the best kombucha brand in stores. It's raw, so it's not pasteurized, doesn't kill the enzymes, the probiotics. Still has some sugar, and I think kombucha is a little bit overrated from a health standpoint, but I just love the taste of these. I think it's pretty good overall, so I like these. This is another interesting product, Olipop. Pretty good ingredients overall. It's got a lot of fiber, so it could bother your stomach a little bit if you are a little sensitive to fiber. I think it tastes pretty good. In my opinion, I think it's a lot healthier than diet soda. It's only 45 calories for a whole can, so I think it's a good low-calorie alternative to sugary soda. So worth a try. It tastes pretty good. I think some of the flavors taste better than others. This is a really good brand too, Organic Valley. They make raw sharp cheddar. It's pasture-raised as well, so high-quality stuff. Raw cheeses are a lot easier than raw milk and other dairy to find in stores. And this is great sliced up, perfect for a burger or anything else. I just wouldn't really heat it through because then it'll kill a lot of those enzymes. But yeah, Organic Valley, good brand, raw sharp cheddar. Now this is a cheese that I would definitely avoid. If you are vegan, just don't eat cheese. If you're eating vegan cheese, it's just fake crap. Second ingredient is cornstarch and then canola oil. So if you're not gonna eat cheese, just don't eat it. This fake crap is not worth it. Now this is a very high quality product. La Claire Family Creamery. Not only is this goat milk, but it's raw as well. So it's naturally A2, which is the protein structure of dairy, which goat milk is. So it's very mild on the gut, not inflammatory. It's also raw, so you get all those enzymes. This is a very high quality product, and I'll be buying it today. This is another very good brand, Raw Farms. They make milk, kefir, cream, cheese. I think this cheddar tastes really, really good. I love doing this with Mexican dishes, and this is raw as well, so very high quality. Now this is an interesting one. It says raw sharp cheddar, but if you look at the fine print, it says that it is heated to 158 degrees for 15 seconds. Not sure if that's technically still raw or not, but just something to be aware of. I have to look into it to see how different it actually is, but just an interesting little fine print to look out for. Now this is my all-time favorite meat brand, Force of Nature. This is grass-fed ground beef with 10% liver and heart meat in there. It's so convenient to get the extra nutrients from the organs without having to cook anything separately. You can make any dish like you would with ground beef, taco bowls, burgers, meat sauce, anything, and it's so convenient to get those extra nutrients in there. It's also 100% grass-fed, regenerative agriculture, so super high quality. I go through 3, 4, 5 of these a week. They have the bison one too, which I like even more. It's a little bit leaner than the beef, and they don't have the venison, but the venison's probably my favorite. It's also the leanest, but I go through all these quite often. They also make these bison steaks, which are incredibly lean. For weight loss, these are amazing. One steak is 48 grams of protein, 5 grams of fat, only 230 calories. Calories aren't the only concern, but it's very high quality, very high protein, very nutritious, and tastes really good as well. This is another brand that I love, Durham Ranch. They make ground elk, ground venison. Again, these ones are super lean too. 4 ounces is 26 grams of protein, 3 grams of fat. So if you're trying to lose weight, something like this that's so high protein is very good for you. And I love eating wild game, elk, venison. It's just a clean, healthy animal. I love this stuff. This is a staple in my diet. This is an interesting one. It says grass-fed liver. I am not familiar with the brand. It's interesting because it doesn't say 100% grass-fed, so it could be grain finished. Not that that's a huge deal, but if I am buying liver, I want it to be 100% grass-fed and the healthiest animal possible. So I'm gonna look into this a little bit more before I actually buy it, but it's an interesting brand to look out for. This is another interesting one. This one does say 100% grass-fed. It's marrow bones from grass-run farms. It looks really high quality, no antibiotics, no added hormones, and it is 100% grass-fed. Marrow bones are incredibly nutritious, great way to make bone broth or just add some roasted bone marrow with a steak or even some toasted sourdough. So I'm gonna throw this in the cart. Sprouts actually is very underrated for their 100% grass-fed meat, and it's pretty well priced as well compared to other farms and like Whole Foods, for example. This is like a 9 or 10 ounce 100% grass-fed filet. It's only $16. That's pretty affordable compared to other places out there. I've had a lot of these and they taste really good as well. I love the fillets because they're on the leaner side, but I'm definitely gonna get a couple of these as well. But pretty much all their 100% grass-fed steak is awesome. Look at the marbling on there. For 100% grass-fed, it's pretty good. So I trust this brand. I do like too that these are from the USA. A lot of the grass-fed steaks at Whole Foods are from Australia. Anytime we can get something more local, the better. So I like that this is from the USA. So this is a brand I really like. It's very hard to get good quality chicken in supermarkets. Even if it's organic, usually not great quality. I like this brand because it's pasture raised, so it means that the chickens were actually outside roaming, eating grass, eating worms, eating bugs, and that's really the natural life of a chicken. When they're pumped full of tons of grain, soy, it's not a very healthy animal, and that can affect the fat content as well of the meat. So if I'm gonna buy chicken at a supermarket, this is a very good brand to look for. Sprouts always has this, which is awesome. This whole section, just avoid. You've heard it a million times, Beyond Meat. There's a reason why all of these shelves are fully stocked, because nobody wants this. It's horrible, tastes bad, and it's completely processed BS. The ingredient list, I could be here all day reading it. All you need to know it's not healthy, so avoid this. Sprouts actually has really good wild-caught seafood. I love having these wild-caught mahi-mahi fillets in the freezer. They defrost very quickly. You can pop them in the oven for quick, lean protein in 10 minutes. So I buy a lot of these. They also have really good wild-caught salmon, wild-caught shrimp, and even scallops as well. This is Vital Farms. This is a really good brand of eggs, probably the best brand in supermarkets. I typically like to buy my eggs from a local farm, but if I'm gonna buy them in a supermarket, this is probably the best brand that you can get, so I'm gonna get these. These hard-boiled eggs are a great little snack, especially if you just need something to bring to work or you're traveling and you could just pop in a supermarket. You don't have to cook them. Super convenient, and they're pasture-raised eggs, so pretty high quality as well. I tell a lot of clients when they're traveling if they can pop in a supermarket to grab these. A great little snack to have on hand, or just keep these in the fridge at work if you need something. I love these organic nitro cold brews. I drink these before I lift. They're like rocket fuel. It's like 300 milligrams of caffeine, so I wouldn't drink these often, but they taste really good. It's organic, good quality. This is a local brand here in Florida, but I really like these. This is another really, really good brand that they have at most stores now. Alexandria, it's all A2 dairy, which means it's very mild on the gut, easy to digest. They make kefir, they make yogurt, they make milk, and it's all regenerative agriculture, so super high quality. If you're gonna buy pasteurized dairy in a store, I would recommend this brand. This is one of my all-time favorite brands, Redwood Hill Farms. They make incredibly high-quality goat kefir and yogurt. I love this stuff. I put this in smoothie a lot, and very good for the gut. Tons of probiotics, and naturally A2 because it's goat dairy. I go through a couple of these a week. Same brand makes yogurt. I prefer the kefir, but if you prefer yogurt, I love doing this with some berries and raw honey. A nice little yogurt bowl. Again, if you're sensitive to dairy, the goat products are really good. This is Bubby's Sauerkraut. This is a very good brand. Great source of probiotics. You could throw this on any meal, but I love just having a few crunchy bites with it with a meal. Great for probiotics, but also gives you some good digestive enzymes as well. Make sure if you're buying sauerkraut, it is not pasteurized, because that will kill a lot of the probiotics. This is one of my all-time favorite brands for grains, 1 Degree Organics. Everything they make is sprouted, which makes it a lot easier to digest and less anti-nutrients. It's also just organic, very good ingredient list. It's also certified glyphosate-free, which is a pesticide. So overall, very high quality. They also make oats. I love these sprouted brown rice crisps. I don't really eat brown rice, but I love these as just a convenient option to have with some eggs on the side, or if I just need some quick carbs before a lift, this is a really good product. This is another really good brand too. I'm not eating much cereal, but Lovebird makes really high quality. It's cassava flour, so very easy to digest. It's only really a handful of ingredients: cassava, coconut honey, coconut oil, coconut sugar. Really good ingredient list. If you're craving some cereal or something a little bit sweet, I would recommend this brand. If you're gonna buy milk in a supermarket, I recommend goat milk. I've talked about a lot of goat products. This is Summerhill. It's a really good brand. Even if it's pasteurized, the goat dairy is still very mild on the gut. So this is a really good brand if you don't have access to good raw milk. This is an Organic Valley ghee. This is a super high quality brand. Ghee is very good for you, great for high heat cooking because the smoke point is a lot higher than butter. This is great to sear a steak in or really any high heat cooking. This is another really good brand, good culture. They have a lot of products like sour cream, cream cheese, cottage cheese. It's really good. It's pasture-raised cows, simple ingredients. It's just cultured cream, enzymes, and live and active cultures, probiotics. You know, sour cream is usually not very good quality, so just making a switch to something like this will be a lot better. This is a really good brand too, Siete. They make cassava flour tortillas. If you're trying to avoid gluten or corn, it's a good alternative. They come in the frozen section because it doesn't have a lot of preservatives, but it's good to make a little taco or burrito with one of these. This is another great brand, Primal Kitchen. Makes super high quality stuff. Everything's from avocado oil. They make salad dressings, barbecue sauces. I love just marinating some chicken in this and grilling it. It tastes amazing and no crap in it, so it's awesome. Mustards in general are a super clean condiment. Even if it's not the best brand, there's really nothing bad in it. It's usually just water, mustard seeds, vinegar, and spices. So if you're trying to lose weight, super low calorie and just decent ingredients. This is an interesting product. It says ghee cooking spray, but when you look closely, it says avocado and grapeseed oil. So not something that I would recommend. If it was just ghee, it'd be awesome. I got a little excited when I saw this, but when I looked closely, it has the grapeseed oil. Wouldn't want that. This brand is awesome, Epic. They make a lot of good stuff, but I love their beef tallow and their duck fat. Great to cook with, safer, healthier alternative than other oils, and they make incredible fries and other stuff like that, so I like this brand. This is a staple to have in the pantry, Chosen Foods. One of the few brands that was actually tested and it's 100% avocado oil. A lot of the brands were tested actually were cut with other oils, so I trust this brand. Avocado oil is great because it's high heat, the smoke point is higher, and it's also just a neutral flavor, so if you're making sauces or marinades, it's not going to have an overpowering flavor like olive oil, so I really like this brand. This is another good brand, California Olive Ranch. It's 100% California olive oil. When buying olive oil, I always make sure that it is single origin. It's not from a million different places. Just don't really trust that, where that's coming from. So this one is 100% California, so I do trust this and I like this brand a lot. This is another good one, Epic Bone Broth. It's one of the few broths that come at the store in a glass bottle. And if you refrigerate it, it actually gels up, meaning there's actually good collagen and gelatin in it. A lot of the other store-bought broth brands do not have that. So I buy these just to cook rice in or make a quick soup. I make a lot of bone broth at home, but just having these in the pantry, it's real convenient. This is Siete again. I love their taco seasoning. It's just so convenient. I'll do that with the Force of Nature and Ancestral blends all the time. It's a good, convenient lunch. You know, it's always gonna get the job done. Enjoyable and just convenient. This is a super interesting brand I just found. I've never seen these before, but it's just oven-baked tostadas. It's just organic blue corn, water, lime, and salt. I think these are definitely worth a try. Most corn tostadas, tortillas you're buying in stores are loaded with canola oil, so I think it's worth a shot and I'm gonna try them. This is a really good brand, Jovial. Great pasta substitute, brown rice pasta. I've tried a lot of gluten-free pastas, and this is the only one that really comes close. This is great to have on hand just to make a quick meat sauce or a shrimp dish. If you are sensitive to gluten, I definitely recommend trying this brand. It's my favorite brand of rice in stores, Lundberg's. Organic, it's also been tested and it's very low arsenic, which a lot of rice tests high in. So I trust this brand. They make sushi rice, jasmine rice, basmati, so I really like this one. And this is definitely the best rice that I found in stores. This is an awesome brand, Archer, 100% grass-fed beef jerky. I love bringing these if I'm flying or traveling, and I recommend a lot of my clients do this just to get some extra protein in when they're traveling. It's a great snack to have if you're on the road, you're flying, or you just need some quick protein. A serving is 9 grams of protein, only a half gram of fat, so it's relatively lean if you're trying to lose weight. There's some sugar and carbs, but it's really just pineapple juice, a little brown sugar, which is fine. Better to get the protein in than not, and even if you're having a couple grams of carbs. Protein chips seems healthy when you look closely, not so great. First of all, the number one ingredient is chicken breast, so I'm not sure how they make a chip out of chicken breast. It's also got a ton of sunflower oil and a few other ingredients that I would avoid. I mean, it's cool that it's protein, but there are definitely better alternatives. Siete makes great stuff. If you're gonna have a chip, you may as well have it better quality. It's all just fried in avocado oil and no other sketchy ingredients. The tortilla chips are grain-free, so it's not corn. It's cassava, which is cool. Potato chips are just potatoes fried in avocado oil. So overall, if you're gonna have a snack, these are great. Wouldn't have it as a staple in your diet, but it's a good brand. This brand Boulder, super clean ingredients, just potatoes, olive oil, salt. Again, it's not gonna be a staple in a diet, but as a snack once in a while, it's a really good brand. This is another really good brand as well, Bonafide. I like that their bone broth is frozen. Tells me it's a little bit fresher than the ones that last forever on the shelves. So this is 100% grass-fed, organic beef broth, really good brand. This is another little snack. It's good to have on hand. It's just grass-fed beef, some spices, and celery powder. This is a great brand to have. It's 10 grams of protein, one little bar. So if you got 2 of these, if you're traveling or on a road trip, whatever, good to get some extra protein in. Just found these, which really caught my eye. Van Leeuwen's makes really good ice cream. Unfortunately, looking at the ingredients, not the best. It's got sunflower oil and it's got fortified iron in the wheat, which I try to avoid. It could be very inflammatory. I'm sure it's delicious, but not something that I would want to do. This is another section you want to avoid. All the plant-based nut milks. You're so much better off just having a splash of cream or milk in your coffee. I would say if you are going to do a dairy-free milk, coconut milk is the best choice, but this is just highly processed. It's got a ton of ingredients, rapeseed oil, which is something you want to avoid. It just doesn't taste good either. I can't tell you how many people think they're making a better choice by switching to this, and really it's just destroying their gut, so I would avoid this.